Hello viewers, how are you? I hope you are all doing fine today. You can see the rural area and its development process in South Asian country Bangladesh. So it's the back side. You can see the tall bamboo trees and its leaves. If I zoom in, the leaves is quite longer, and few houses which is old model, you can call it the tin shed, and some are like the box pattern and some are like the inclined shades. So lots of houses you can see, and sometimes they can use the colored tin. In some cases you can see the transition of the building structure from the the old model and transition to the new model. So in that case, so previously the houses, those are with the haystacks and bamboo made. The next stage is just like the wooden panel, and sometimes you can see the concrete pillar, and with the tin on the roof. It's like the pitched roof on the tin. So the pitch roof made by tin because sometimes for the rainy season and for some other reasons, the pitch roof is very user friendly and very nice. That's why those are the model. And in our house it's like the sometimes all the greenery is here, and in some places you can see the development in the next process. That's why the concrete structure or the high-rise buildings are being made everywhere. So the construction process from the western countries and to the southeast countries, it's little different. If you can see the elements and the structures, so the regular building material you can see here, like you can see the grid pattern structure just made with hands, and you can see the panels. And for the roof concrete construction, you can see this is the base elements, and all the sheets it just laid down on the top in a horizontally, so that the concrete mixture they can put it like in a in a regular pattern, and the whole rooftop is going to be completed. For that purpose, when they make the structure to hold or for the retention of the column beam structure, you can see the wire mesh made by stainless steel or steel rod. Those are like the drains, and in this panel they are going to put the concrete. It's like the semi-liquid mixture they are going to put in this drain, and after a few days it's going to be hard, and after the formation is completed they are going to remove the panel and going to uh, complete the whole work process. And you can see lots of laborers, they are just working on the top with the few materials. You can see the wire mesh, those are they are building with the manual hand. So you can see the small panels which is just like the round shape blocks. So those are they are just inserting in the middle of the rods, and they're putting those the smaller blocks in a regular distance, and the same regular distance is making it like a frame which is used as a strong inside bonding for the whole column beam structure. And for this construction process you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, so almost 9 or 10 people they work daily to complete these things. So usually in western countries you can see that they're going to use the machineries or some other automatic systems. That's why they need the less labor, but in South Asian country like Bangladesh they need more labor. So that's the labor intensive course, and you can see the some people they are just working. And if I zoom in, you can see the rods in a far distance. Those are just cut into pieces and just assembled in here on the rooftop. Actually it's quite risky because you know, there is no railing on the border side, and there's a problem because sometimes people may fall. If they fall, the accidents may happen. And when you see the framework, you can see to increase the height, the small bit of the concrete block, smaller block, they just put at the bottom, then they put the rod, then they are going to put the concrete here. And for the materials, you can see the individual blocks and the square blocks here, which is made with the steel, and the wire mesh, you can see those can be used by using hands on some other instruments. And smaller concrete blocks, I'm going to show you on the other side. There are lots of them on the rooftop, because when they put the wire mesh structure, they need everywhere in a certain distance. They are going to put it. You can see here one in this place. If I move my camera to the other place, you can see another one. Then if you move a little bit, you can see another one. It's not quite, you know, easily visible, but this has a useful ways. So you can see the whole process. They are just measuring the distance and putting those wire mesh structures everywhere. So that side, and another people here just putting the structure on the other side, and more people, they are working here. And the extensions of the rods, you can see, which is the structural part, those are just projected on the top. And after completion of the work, they are just going to cut the parts of the rod. And if there is no, you know, foundation, or there is no planning for increased height in future, they are going to cut it. But if they have the foundation and planning to increase the height, multi-storied building, in that case they doesn't cut the rod. Because you can see here in our rooftop, we just put the rod here and made some, you know, the color on the rod, because you know, there's no damage happen in case, and we can use it in future for the extension. So in that case, you know, the 2-storied or 3-storied buildings, they can use the rods again. So stay with us, stay tuned. Hope to see you in our next videos. And for the whole construction process, you can see in our channel step by step, and as the works progress going on, you can see the development process. And if you like to see more videos, you can browse through the playlist, and you can see lots of videos in different categories. So we have almost thousands of drawings there. If you see in the sky, so it's like the summertime, that's why the cloudy sky, there are clouds, and it's not a whole sunshine day. So maybe the rain come, and there's no signal for rain coming. It happens all on a sudden because of the climatic nature of here. In rainy season, there's no guarantee that today is going to be the whole day sunshine or the whole day rain. So the weather changes, and although the weather remains like that one uncertain, so people keep working, and when the you know, weather is comfortable and friendly weather, then they keep working. And when the weather isn't that much good, and when it rains, they just take rest under some rooftop and under the tree, or in some places where they don't get wet. So after the rain is completed, then again they come and they do the working. So sometimes it's not a continuous process, the work process hampers, or sometimes they have to stop, but the progress going on day by day. And if you can see here from this side, so the whole frame, you can see they're made with bamboo, and the bottom part of the building structure, you can see the rooftop a frame. Those are just balanced here. In the bottom you can see lots of bamboo poles, so height is adjusted with the use of broken bricks or some other parts you can see here. And sometimes the extensions for the front side, you can see the longer part of the frame extended, so that's going to be the extended parts of the veranda or the front facade of the building. And the whole team, they have a contractor, a supervisor just working here. You can see the old man with a gray hair, and other people are just working as a team with his directions. And in the bottom you can see, I told you earlier, they are cutting the rods, and you can see the machines. It's run by electricity, so that's the automatic process and takes little bit less time. So you can see that it's not totally automatic, it's like a semi-automatic process. So they are cutting the rods. You can see the sparking of the hot rod or the from the electric grinder blades. So it's a laborious task, right? So you can see lots of rods here, and every time he has to do it manually with this semi-automatic machine, and it's gonna take more time. So that's why the building construction process, the usual completion period is like 6 months to 1 year. Whether in the development countries, fully developed countries, it can be like 1.5 months or 2 months. They are just completed. Those are very fast process because of use of the heavy duty machineries and fully automatic machineries. And also you can see the measurement system, which is done by hands, but western countries it's done by automatic. So the machineries are developed. In that case it takes less time. So that's the process. Although it's risky and slow, but the development still going on. And you can see the buildings are just forming up, and every day the new machineries are supplied by China. It's just coming up in Asian countries, and things are becoming easier and easier. So hope to see you again. I'm not going to make the video any longer, and the next progress, stay with us, stay tuned, and see you in our next videos. Thank you so much. Have a good day.